Yes.
So let me start the recording, because here today we have to talk about your week. So you say that the past week you were very busy. What were you doing to be very busy, my engineer? Because I know that you have clearly defined working hours. You have to go to work maybe at 8 and finish at 3 or 5. So after the normal working hours, any extra hour is considered as overtime, and it is paid. They pay overtime. So any extra work. So what were you doing?
It is not possible to accord us extra time during the open days. But if you have something to do during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, your boss can accord to you the extra time.
Okay. So look at it, it's either working hours or work days. Work days means les journées lorsqu'on est ouvert. So it's not open days. Work days.
Okay.
Yes, we know that work days for some for international organizations are Mondays to Fridays, and then
Fridays.
Yes, and then it is not accord. No, he can't grant overtime. He can grant you overtime. Okay. So what were you doing last week? Because the week before last, during our discussion, you were working on the bidding document. And you had to do a selection. So yes,
last week we finished the bidding document.
Okay.
We finished all of bidding document, and we draft also the contract. The contract, and we completed the bidding document, and we sent to the logistic part services.
Logistics?
Yes, part services.
How do they write the other one? Logistic port services. How do they write that one?
It is the service who work on the purchase.
Okay. The department, not even service, department, which works on purchases.
Yes, purchases.
Okay. So remember, we also drafted. We drafted, not draft. The past tense of draft is drafted. Yes, and then we sent. You must make that difference with t, because the past tense is send. So the present is send. The past tense is sent with t. Then to the logistics, don't forget the S. Logistics always has S. And then the department which works on purchases. A department is, or a service is not a person, it's a thing. So you use which works on purchase. Okay. So have you already retained a company or companies for the 3 projects for Kaka Banduru?
Yes, we already
selected.
Found.
Okay.
Selected the companies which work on our projects in Kagabandoro, and we selected 3 companies.
companies.
Company. 3 companies.
Good. Okay. And are they, yes, are the companies owned by, are the companies owned by Central Africans, or they are owned by foreigners?
Owned by Central African.
Okay, all the 3 companies are owned by Central Africans.
Yes.
Okay, then that is good, because sometimes you do like that, and then the Chinese come and the Chinese bring they come and win the contracts.
No, we cannot invite the Chinese company.
Okay, you cannot invite Chinese.
Just the Central African company.
Okay, so locally owned. Look at the expression, locally owned companies, which means that they are owned by the nationals. Okay.
Locally owned companies. Yes. Companies,
my engineer. Okay.
Companies.
So what did you take into consideration to award the contracts to the 3 companies? What was the criteria? Please remind me the criteria that you took into consideration.
We have many criteria.
Okay.
The first criteria is about the duration.
Okay.
Because when you have a project, you need the duration to complete this project. Okay. So we consider also the duration.
Okay.
With the duration, we consider also the calendar.
Calendar.
Calendar, yes. The company can tell us
don't worry, we are here. We'll solve that problem.
The company can tell us he needs, for example, 3 months to complete the work. But if his calendar is not conform, of the duration, it is not possible. And we consider also the detail in the calendar.
This word is not kalang, it's calendar. Calendar. So we have we have company, calendar, and my S. When you see S, you put S. Okay. So you have listed the first two criteria, which are duration and and the work calendar or work schedule. Yes. The work schedule. Work schedule. Okay. So what is the third option? Yes.
The third criteria is the commitment.
Okay.
With the commitment, we can now, if the company is a good company, come to work, because the company need to use material, to use personnel, and for the personnel, we need to now, if the company have the technical staff qualified to do our work.
Okay, you need to know if the company has qualified manpower or labor, main d'œuvre, manpower or labor. Is that what you mean? Main d'œuvre qualifiée, compétente.
Okay.
So so the third aspect is from duration first, work schedule second, then manpower, whether they have qualified manpower.
The third is the commitment. In the commitment, we can found the manpower, qualified manpower.
Okay.
The materials also.
When you say materials, is it the equipment to do the work or materials, the building materials? Because we need to make a difference.
All building materials,
okay,
equipment,
okay.
We need to know if the company have, for example, a truck. If the company have a truck, it is not a problem because the company needs to use the truck to transport the gravel, sand, etc.
All the building materials.
Yes, all the building materials.
But Mr. Mberebada, you are Kaga Bandoro, from Bangui to Kaga Bandoro is how many kilometers?
Around 350.
350 kilometers.
Yes.
Are the roads good? Because a distance of 350 kilometers on bad roads can really is not sometimes easy to transport all that equipment to the work site. Are the roads to Kaga Bandoro good?
The route is not very good, but the route is practicable.
Okay, so people can at least, vehicles can use it.
Yes. People can use it.
Then I now understand. So we have seen commitment. Yes. What next? What is the other criteria? Is the company supposed? Must the company have money? Yes, the last criteria.
The last criteria is the capacity of the company.
Okay.
The company must to have capacity to complete the work.
Okay.
In the capacity, we can talk about the experiences.
Okay.
On the experiences on the same work, and the financial capacity, because for us we cannot give money in the start. The company start the work.
Okay.
And if the company attend, for example, 20%, we can pay.
Yes. So you don't pay in advance?
No, we don't pay in advance.
Wow. So the company, so when you say capacity, it means that the company should have enough financial resources to be able to begin the work up to a certain extent.
Yes.
So a poor company like my own here cannot be retained.
No.
Okay. Good. should have the financial.
This process is also according to the amount of the contract.
Okay. So if the amount is negligible, if the amount is small, can you pay?
It's not a problem. You can give opportunity to all company to work with us. But if the amount is big, for example,
yeah,
it is not possible to give the market at a poor company.
So look at this expression. The company should have the adequate financial resources to begin the work up to a certain level before we can pay. Is that what? Good. Okay. And then please, you don't give the market, that is French marché. You award the contract. You award the contract.
Award the contract.
Yes, donner un marché à une société is to award a contract to a company. Okay. So right now, the three companies that you retained they met all these, the three companies that were retained met all these conditions.
I think yes, because the third company is are the what I can tell you the best.
Okay, but how many companies applied for the contract? How many companies applied for the contract? For example, the contract to build the guest house. How many companies applied?
7 companies.
Okay, for the guest house.
Yes.
And then for the fence.
For the fence, 6.
Wow. And for the how do they call it? For the offices.
For the offices, 5 companies.
So my question is, do you have amongst the companies that apply, do you have companies that applied for the 3 contracts separately? One company that applied for the 3 contracts. For example,
no, just one company applied for 2 contracts.
And did you retain
no 3?
Okay, did you retain the company that applied for 2 contracts? Did you at least give them 1?
Yes.
Okay. So, because when you say resources, I'm looking at a fence. The fence around the guest house is, yes, it's the smallest contract in terms of amount. Good. And it doesn't need a lot of material or equipment. Instead of keeping all the money in Bangui, why could you not also encourage the locals to get that small contract? My engineer, the locals, there are people who can build.
The amount is not very small because we are around 35 million. 35 million.
Okay.
Gives contract to the local company company is not good.
But do you encourage that the companies that you retain, that they can outsource or subcontract to locally based companies like or locally based companies or builders? For example, outsource means what? Or sous-traiter. To outsource, do you encourage the companies that get the contracts, that win the contract? Do you encourage them to outsource some activities to locally based people, builders, or small companies in Kagabandoro? Because the fear is that
really no.
Yes.
Really no. But we encourage the company to use the qualified manpower, the locally qualified manpower, and the locally labor.
Okay, at the local level. Which means that they can recruit qualified manpower in Kagabandoro.
Yes.
And then yes.
Really, the company go to Kagabandoro with qualified manpower.
Okay.
In Kagabandoro, company can recruit another qualified manpower and recruit the labor.
Labor.
The labors. Labors.
Yes, labor. Let me put it out. Labor. Labor. Then that word is outsource. Outsource, it means outsource. Oh, I like this, my spelling. Outsource, outsource. Labor.
Outsource.
Yes, labor. Then this word is not equip, it is equipment. Equipment. So you remember that I told you the last time we talked about cure you. When it is cure you, it's cure. In French, it's qui. Quittance, no. Cure. Equipment. Equip. Then when it is cure a, it is quo. Quality. 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 Okay, which means that now you have awarded the contracts. So when are they supposed to begin the job?
According to us, we are award the contract, but we are waiting the purchases services to finish the process, and the purchases services must call all of the
contractors. The contractors.
Yes, contractor. And the contractor will put things on the contract.
No, not
when the contractor
now. The contractors will sign.
When the contractor signs the contract,
yes,
we can together with the contractor established the schedule for the beginning work.
Okay, for now you have not yet agreed on the schedule with the contractors, but in the contract, in the contract document, you have a timeline. Timeline is like schedule. You have a timeline for the work to be done. You know that the fence is 3 months. The fence is 3 months, yes, I'm sure.
The 3 months. Yes.
Good. So,
but we cannot tell to the company to start really like that. You can start the work at 5 May or no, because we are waiting the end of all of our process.
Yes, and your process will end when you sign. When the
contractor signs the, yes.
Oh, okay. But how many days does the logistics department have to finish their own part of the work?
Depending the volume of his work.
Okay, so that is not the only work that the logistics department has. So depending on, okay, depending on the amount of work, but how often, what is the usual duration of this process?
According to our projects, I think the logistics department needs time, because he must send all of the document to Geneva.
Wow.
Yes,
there is still
our headquarters, and the logistics department must to waiting the feedback of Geneva before to sign the contract with the contractor.
Okay, so please look at this. Must wait for, not must to. You don't put to after must, after can, after those are, yes, you don't put to after you use must, may, can, should, all those auxiliaries. You just say must wait for. Must wait for the feedback from Geneva. Wow.
Must wait for the feedback from Geneva.
Which means that it can take days, weeks, and months.
Can you repeat? I don't hear. Please.
Yes, the feedback from Geneva can take days or weeks or months. It depends on the problems that Geneva also has.
Depends on the problem Geneva has.
Geneva has many, how do they call it? Many countries.
Many situations, many problems. In Ukraine, for example.
That is it.
Yes.
Wow, this is interesting. Sorry, many problems, many problems. You must, when you use many, the verb must, the noun must have S, and you pronounce it many problems.
Many problems, yes.
Okay. So now, you are waiting.
Yes.
So tell me, last week, what really was your main, what made you to work a lot? Was it to finish with the contract document or to finish with the selection? What made you to work a lot?
The both.
Okay, both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Les deux.
Both
of them. Yes.
Both of them.
Okay.
The selection table and the contract.
Okay.
Both of them.
So have you already published the selection? That's the list of companies that have been retained. Have you, do they know that they have been retained for the contracts, or it is after Geneva gives its go ahead?
It is after Geneva give its go ahead. Now we cannot publish something. We cannot publish something. Now we are waiting the Geneva green
always
light.
When you say wait, on attend que, it is we are waiting for. You must put for. That is collocation. We are waiting for Geneva to give its green light. Waiting for, not waiting.
We are waiting for Geneva to give the green light. And when Geneva gives the green light, we can send a messages to all companies, and for the companies when we retain.
Yes.
We
you will
send
inform,
the messages.
You will inform them.
Yes, we inform them, and the companies no return it. We inform them also.
The companies that were not retained, you must put that there, that were not retained. The companies that were not retained.
Yes.
Okay, you also send a message to them.
Yes.
Okay. So now, it means that this week you are a little bit free.
Yes.
Okay.
This week we are a little bit free, and it is because it is one of the reasons of my rest.
Okay. And then, are you the only one who is resting, or all your team members are resting?
That's just me.
Oh, boss, you see? And the boss has to relax and chill. Do you know this expression, relax and chill? To chill means, it's another word for relax. So please chill. It means calm down, relax, have a good time. Okay. So what have you been doing since your boss gave you 3 days off? What have you been doing?
Just to stay at home.
Okay.
To rest myself, to do the small work at home.
Okay.
To
sometimes to cook.
Do also. No.
Madam has gone to work. Madam goes to work.
I drop and I pick up children at school.
Madam goes to work in the morning and comes back in the afternoon or in the evening. You have 3 days. Cook.
we have
a house help.
Someone. Yes.
A house help is the person who that you pay to work in your house. Yes. It is different from housewife. Housewife is your wife who is not working. She only remains in the house, but she is your wife. Because in French, you have ménagère. which means that you can, in French, you can confuse the two. Une ménagère can be your wife who is in the house, or the house help. So
yeah, a house help.
Okay. So she's the one who cooks and cleans the house.
Clean the house, wash the cloth.
Okay.
Cook.
Okay. Cleans the house, washes, no, does laundry, please. Laundry is la lessive. Does laundry and cooks. Wow. Okay. So please briefly tell me, we still have about 20 minutes. Tell me, you told me last time that you are a Jehovah's Witness. Good. And that your parents were Jehovah, or are your parents still alive? Your parents, are they still alive?
Just my mother.
Ah, okay. So your father passed away. When was that? In which year?
2002.
Wow, that's 20 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, may his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. Wow. So where is your mother? Is she in Bangui?
She's in Bangui.
Ah, okay. And does she live alone, or she lives with one of your siblings?
She don't live alone. She live with my, now she live with my sister.
She has gone to take care of the new baby, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay. You have not yet told me about that new baby, because you were supposed to go there 1 month ago. Have you seen the new baby or? Yes.
The last weekend in Monday.
No, on
Monday. On
yes.
Monday we went. You went there. We went there. We went there. We went there and we stay with the baby.
Okay. So the baby is doing fine.
Yes, the baby is doing fine.
Okay, then that's good.
His mother also.
Also, okay. No, don't forget the father. The father is a very important actor in this movie. Okay.
The father also.
Okay. So the three are doing fine.
During our visit, we met everyone.
We met
everyone. The father, the mother, and
the baby.
My mother.
Okay.
And the baby.
Wow. So your mother is still a Jehovah's Witness?
Yes.
Your sister is also a Jehovah's Witness?
Yes.
Her husband is here?
Also.
Her husband?
Her husband also.
Her husband, and then you will say his wife. Okay.
Her husband, yes.
So what makes you to be a Jehovah's Witness all your life? What is it? What is good in being a Jehovah's Witness?
Many things is good when you are a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay, many things are good. Many things are.
Many things are good.
Okay. Okay. So tell me some few things that are good, that make you to always remember to always be a Jehovah Witness.
When you are a Jehovah Witness, we have some beliefs, and you have many opportunity to read and to the application of Bible verses. And that is the difference between Jehovah Witness and other Christians. Jehovah Witness also are Christians. But
so Jehovah Witnesses are Christians.
Yes.
Do they read? Do they have the same Bible like other Christians, or they have their own Bible?
The same Bible.
Which means that what differentiates them? What differentiates a Jehovah Witness, for example, from a Catholic or a Protestant?
The difference is the belief. For example,
yes,
Jehovah Witness believe of the resurrection of dead.
Believes in the resurrection.
The resurrection of the dead.
Of the dead, les morts.
Of the dead.
Okay.
Jehovah Witness believe also not everyone will go to heaven.
Okay.
And Jehovah Witness believe Jesus is the Son of God.
Okay.
Jesus is not the God, the Father, because when Jesus was on earth,
yes,
he makes difference between him and his Father.
Okay.
And when Jehovah Witness reads the Bible,
okay,
he believes in the Bible, and he make application of all of Bible verses.
Okay. Which means that the Jehovah Witnesses are Christians like all Christians, but the main advantage is that, but I hear that there are certain things Jehovah Witnesses don't vote.
Don't?
They don't vote during elections.
Yes. This is according to the Bible verses. When Jesus was on the earth, he asked his disciple to one can éviter.
To avoid.
Yes.
To avoid éviter. Yes.
The political.
To avoid politics. To avoid la politique.
Yes. To avoid politics.
No, it is always with S. Politics.
Politics.
Because the other one is
avoid politics.
Good. Remember, the difference in French is politique, but the difference between these two words, politics, is the one that Bozizé, Touadéra, Bokassa Junior, they do. Policy is for the company. For example, what is the policy in IRC for building contracts? La politique de votre organisme en fonction en relation au marché public. So you see the difference. Politics is the one for power. To become president, parliamentarian, minister, you have to do politics. But please tell me, in which verse of the Bible, which book and verse does Jesus say that don't do politics? Because we, other Christians, we go to the church, they don't tell us. Yes?
Let me search. When I find, I can tell you.
Okay.
The book.
But it is against the constitution of every country, democratic country like Central African Republic, because they say that every citizen must participate in the life of the nation. And to participate in the life of the development of the country, you have to be active in politics, either as a follower or as a leader. Don't you see that it is against the constitution of Central African Republic or of Cameroon for Jehovah's Witnesses not to do politics? Do you think it is normal? Yes.
It is. You can participate. You can participate to the life of your country with another like that. When you teach, it is your participation. When you are driver, you participate. When you work, you are a businessman. It is also your participation. You don't need to do politics to participate to the activity of your country.
So you don't need to be to do active politics, but you can participate in a different way.
Yes, you can need to do a politic man to participate. When you see the politics now, it is not good. During the election, someone kills.
Okay.
Just to have opportunity to become president.
Okay.
So in the Bible, God defend the human. The God asked to us to avoid to kill someone.
Okay. I now understand where that one comes in. So please let me just conclude here. Look at a week. In a week, what is required of a Jehovah's Witness? What should he do every day, every week?
Every week we have 2 meetings.
Okay.
On the week.
In a week. Example, in a week.
In a week.
Yes.
In a week. For example, for us, we have a meeting on Sunday.
Okay.
We have also a meeting on the Saturday. Today, around 5:30.
Okay.
And every day, family have opportunity to read 1 verses per day.
1 verse.
Yes, 1 verse per day.
Okay. Which means that the meeting of today, is it like a church service or?
Yes. Yes.
Which means there will be a pastor.
Church service. Okay.
Church service means une messe ou how do they call it in French? La messe c'est pour les francophones, les catholiques. Un culte, voilà.
Right.
So you go to church twice a week in Bangui.
Yes.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Depending the quarter, the sector, etc. For example, yesterday some congregation meet yesterday. For us, we meet today.
I now understand. So it is not a unique. It is not unique. You can meet every region, every neighborhood has its program.
But every region choose the day. But
yeah.
In the world, we have two meetings on the week.
Every week.
In the world. Every week. 2 meetings every week in the world.
Which means that in Douala, for example, the Jehovah Witnesses in Douala must meet twice a week.
Twice a week, yes.
Now it depends. Now at their own level, they can choose the days.
The day and the hours.
And the time, The day and time. My question is this. On Sundays, is it mandatory for all Jehovah Witnesses to go to church on Sunday? Or you can decide to go on Saturday?
No. Some congregation go on Saturday.
And on Sunday, their building is locked. Nobody goes there.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Some building is used by 2 congregation, 2 or 3 congregation. If the twice use the same building, some can have the meeting the Saturday, and another group can have the meeting on the same in the same building.
Okay, I now understand. Which means that it is not just one congregation that you can use the same a building. In case there are many congregations, is there a limited number for a congregation? For example, a congregation should not be more than 100 or 200 people. Is there a limited number?
Depending, you cannot have a limited number. If depending of the level of the building.
Okay.
If the building is not big, we can limit the number.
Okay. I now understand. But do you face any problems with as a Jehovah Witness or Jehovah Witness congregations? Do they do you have any problems with other Christian organizations, or everything is okay with you in Bangui? Is everything fine, or some Christian organizations or some religions attack you, or the authorities have problems with you as Jehovah's Witnesses?
According to the Central African, we don't have problem with the authorities,
okay,
and we don't have problem with other Christians.
So all of you, that's the you coexist peacefully.
Yes, yes.
Okay, because in Cameroon, before 1990, the Jehovah's Witnesses were illegal. Yes, okay. And anybody who was practicing, who said he was a Jehovah's Witness, will go to prison. They arrest you and lock you. But after 1990, with the arrival of democracy, they decided that we should have, everybody should be free to worship where he or she wants to. Okay. So now, your children, do they study, when they go to for the meeting, do you go with children during the meetings, and do they have the same, meetings? Do they do the same activities, or they have their own group? Children.
When we go to when we went to the meeting, we went together with all of my family.
Okay. And during the meeting, everybody is in the same room, or the children have a separate room?
Everybody on the same room.
Yes.
No separate room.
And how long does a meeting last? How long?
1 hour, 14 minutes. 14 minutes.
Ah, okay. So it's not too long.
No, it's not too long.
Okay. And then we will need to talk about marriage next time. No, we'll go step by step. I now know that you are a Jehovah's Witness, so you are passionate about your faith. So we'll try to organize. Then your job will be to educate me on being a Jehovah's Witness, because I don't know. I always hear, and I don't know the difference between Jehovah's Witnesses and how do they call it, and other Christians. So my first problem. Our next session on Saturday, we will talk more about, I would like you to tell me to prepare the history of the Jehovah's Witness faith. Since you didn't work this week, the history of the Jehovah's Witness faith. So when did it start? How it is organized from the top. So history, organigram, and then the what they teach you as a Jehovah's Witness. What do they teach you? So that next week, on Saturday, we will talk about that. I don't know whether it's okay for you. And then we'll also talk about your week. Okay. But before we separate, please, I'm putting some words here. And I would like you to pronounce these words before I know where we have a problem again.
Company.
Thank you very much. Company.
Area. Qualify, quality, quantity.
Quantity, so from
Quantity.
From qualify, not qualify, not qualify.
Oh.
So when it is QU, when it is QUA, it is qual. But when it is
Qual.
Yes, when it is QUI, it is qui. Good. So start again. Company, yes.
Calendar.
Good.
Criteria.
Criteria, like
Criteria.
Criteria, yes. Qual.
Criteria. Qualify.
Yes.
Quality.
Yes.
Quantity.
Quantity, yes.
Equipment.
There is T at the end, so you must say T. Equipment.
Equipment.
Yes.
Labor.
Excellent.
Outsource.
Outsource. Good.
Sign.
Good.
Signature.
No, then now you have a problem. It is sig. It is no more sign again. Signature. Signature. Good. Signature. Then signatory. Signataire is signatory. So the only word that is pronounced I is sign or signs. Yes, signature, signatory. Then the last word in that list, the last word is what? It's not example. Example. Good. So, no problem, my boss. Thank you very much for today. I know you were resting, but you rested in good English. What I want to ask you is this. You know, since we started, we don't want to, we noticed that many professionals like you don't have time to do many exercises. We will make a program and they will not follow, and they prefer to talk. So that is why, since we started, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you, because yes, my problem is this. I want us to do something. I want to add something to your training, which is shadowing. You take a text, you listen to it, an audio. I give you the text, the audio, the video. You watch, you listen to how they pronounce words, how they do the intonation, and then you read the text like we did with the village with no men. It is going to help you a lot, especially in understanding what the native speaker is saying. So I wanted us to discuss that so that by next week you have enough, because next week is the beginning of May. So we have 4 text audios to work on. They are long, but yes, but if you take a week, every day you practice, you come on WhatsApp and post 1 page of the text. Every day or every 2 days, 1 page, 1 page. In a week, you will finish the 4-page or 3-page document. But what I want to hear is the appropriate pronunciation. We're already progressing, yes. Now you speak with no hesitation. You speak faster than before. And then your tenses are correct most of the time. Your pronunciation is better. You now speak English in English, not in Sango and French. So thank you very much. The progress is visible, but my worry is that we need to move to the next level, which means we are working now also on your understanding of what the native speaker says, and then you will have idiomatic expressions, those expressions that you need to be using. So those are the two things I want to add. I will send you the links on Saturday, or not on Sunday after our Saturday meeting. I will send you the work for the May month, the month of May. You have we have our normal Zoom sessions. You have your normal reports to present to me on WhatsApp, in the WhatsApp group, and then you have idiomatic expression to do the exercises. I will send you the links, and then you have this shadowing. They call it shadowing, where you read a text aloud, and according to the way the people are reading, comment ils agencent les mots, because you read one word after the other. With them, they don't pause after words, they pause after groups of words. So we'll have an exercise on that on Saturday. So on Saturday, you will tell me about how the Jehovah Witness, the history of the Jehovah Witness, who created the Jehovah Witness and why, how it is structured from America. It's in your headquarters is in America.
Yes.
Good. Right down to how it is structured inside your church. So in Central African Republic, where do you depend? Do you depend directly on America, or you depend on a regional office? After that, the regional office. So that organigram first, then we will now discuss the details later.
Okay, no problem.
So thanks very much, my engineer, and say hello to Madam. Yes, tell her that, look, she needs to rest like you. So she should just inform her boss that maybe for the next 2 weeks, she will not come to work because she is sick. Tell her she is also a boss. She's a project manager. It's not
easy. It's not easy for her to rest
for 2 weeks.
She has also many things to do.
Okay. No, it's okay. I understand. Just say hello to her.
Project manager.
Yes. So she's the boss there too. Okay. Say hello to her and the children, please. Thank you. I'll send you the video immediately I upload it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.